Hello friends. So you must be expecting something new, something exciting, something interesting in this video. And yes, I have brought to you a very interesting feature of Excel which is called as Unpivot. Okay, you must have heard about pivot tables or power pivot, etc. But I don't know if some of you may be aware about the Unpivot function. But those who are not aware, let me tell you, this is very cool feature. And we are just going to learn about it. Okay, so what is meant by unpivot? So guys, this is data. This data is in the form of pivot form. Okay, and this data is unpivoted. Okay, this is in unpivot form. Like there are 4 columns: category, article code, store name, years, and sales amount. Okay, and if you apply pivot table on this data, then you can convert it into this form. Okay, so pivoting is very simple, right? Pivoting is very simple, but unpivoting is difficult, because if you don't get this data at all, you don't get this base data, you get this data directly, and on this data you cannot apply any pivot table on this data. Okay, it will be very it's not possible to use pivot table on this data. Why? That I have explained in my pivot tables video. You can refer that, right? So to use this data, you need to unpivot it, or basically you need to convert it in this form to use this as an input for your pivot table analysis, right? So how to unpivot this data? That I will tell you. How to unpivot this data into this form. Okay. Traditionally, you can do this by copy pasting, but that is not a correct option, because it takes hell lot of time, and here we are here to save time, and the main purpose of Excel is to save time, right? So let me tell you how to use unpivot function. It is inside the Power Query, which is part and parcel of your Excel. Obviously, if you are using Excel 2016 and above, it is already there. If you are using any earlier versions, then you need to install a plugin or add-in called Power Query. Okay, so I am using Microsoft 365, which is the latest version, and in that version, if you go to your data tab, you get this get and transform data group. Okay, so first I need to select my data. So I have selected the whole table. Okay, and I will click from table/range. Okay, so what it will do is it will convert this range into a table first, and then import it into Power Query editor. Okay, so now all the headings of this table are not correct, because Jaipur, Jamshedpur, Raipur, everything is getting repeated 3 times, because there are 3 years. Okay, so I will just remove this tick mark, my table as headers, so it will not consider the first row as headers. Then I will press OK. Now the data got imported into Power Query editor. So this is your Power Query editor. You can read at the top. Now, Bhopal, Chandigarh, right? Now, what I will do is, I need to merge these two. Okay, Bhopal and 2015, because I want all these columns to be unpivoted. As of now, it is in pivoted form. I need to unpivot them. So for that, I need to merge Bhopal and year, that is store code and year, then unpivot, and then again split them. Okay, so just look at me how I am doing it. So first, what I will do is, I will just go to transform and transpose, because to merge these two, as of now these are rows. Okay, these are in the form of rows. To merge these two, I need to convert them into columns. So what I will do is transpose. So whatever rows are there, like column 1, column 2, column 3, everything, and this first 2 columns will get converted into rows, and all these columns will converted into columns. Okay, so I'll just press transpose. Now this Bhopal came here, and all these gents collection, bags, and etc. became rows. Okay, earlier those were columns, they became rows. And those which earlier were rows now became columns. Okay, these two are columns now. Now what I will do is, I will just select these 2 columns and go to add column and merge, and I will merge them by using a delimiter, so or separator. Say I'll use equal sign, then OK. So the new column must have got added at the end. See, this is my column. I'll move it to the beginning. Move to beginning. Now I don't need these two columns, so I'll just delete them, remove columns. Now what I do, I'll again transpose this. Transform, transpose. Okay, category, article code, just read the first row. Category, article code, Bhopal 2015, Bhopal 2016, Bhopal 2017. Then again Chandigarh 2015, 16, 17 and so on. Okay, now I'll promote this first row as headers. Okay, so use first row as headers. Here, click. Now my first row got promoted and all other records are in their place. Now I need to unpivot all these columns from Bhopal 2015 to, which is the last one, Tirupati 2017. But to select all these columns is difficult. So what I will do is, I will again take a shortcut. I will select category and article code and go to, instead of directly clicking unpivot columns, I will click on the arrow button, drop down and select unpivot other columns. So it will unpivot all other columns except these two columns, Okay. See, all other columns got unpivoted, and now what I can do it, I can just split this column into two, okay, because we need store code and year separately. So just click on split column by delimiter, select equal, okay, it has already selected equal sign. If it doesn't select, then you can select equal sign from here, okay, and press OK. So the column got splitted. Now I'll just rename it store and year, okay, and this we know it is sales, right? Now the last step is to remove zeros. We don't want any zeros, so from filter I'll just remove the zero. Now my table is ready. I'll go to home, close and load to. Instead of close and load, I will select. If I directly place close and load, then it will create another worksheet in my Excel file, but I want to load it on the existing. So I will select close and load to. Here I will select table and existing worksheet, and from here I will select sheet 2, and just beside my sample data I will load it. Okay, 601 rows loaded. If you check on sheet 2, see your table got loaded here. Say exactly same data, exactly same rows, exactly same columns. Okay, and if you check the total is also same. Now if you do it in traditional way, if you convert this data into this form in traditional way, it takes lot of time, and those who have done it before, they know it takes lot of time. But now it will not take much time. It took around 7 minutes for us, and that too because I was explaining to you. If I had done it on my own, it is just a matter of 2 minutes. Okay, so just use this feature, unpivot feature, and it will obviously help you. It will definitely help you to save your time. Okay, so till the time I get back to you with another amazing video, keep learning. Let's learn, let's excel. Bye bye.